Alright, Pistons fans, so it is June 23rd, it is draft day, we are finally here. This has been a very long process, and first off, I want to thank all of y'all who've come to this channel recently and found me around draft time as I was making videos on guys like Ivy, Sharp, Matherin, all of the guys in the draft. I appreciate everyone who came around during draft time. It's been very frustrating looking at all of these rumors and not seeing any results. We want to know who's going to come to our team, and today is finally the day. So I'm happy about that. But before we get to Troy Weaver, please make sure you guys like this video. Today's like goal is 200 likes. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I drop consistent Pistons content. Now let's get right into this. So Troy Weaver had a full media day discussion on his current thoughts with the draft prospects. I do note that this interview took place before he traded Jeremy Grant, and also just keep in mind that it's kind of hard to tell if we should believe him or not when it comes to these interviews, because he could either be telling the truth or he could be lying, trying to cook up a master plan, something in the background, try to make some sneaky trade deal behind closed doors or anything like that. Just know that you can listen to the clips, you can hear Troy speak, you can understand and get an idea of what direction the organization is going in, but at the same time, just remember he could be lying in an attempt to work something out behind the scenes. But without further ado, play the clip.
I mean, you have an idea of the top half of the lottery, and then you run the process. So we're finishing up the touches of the process, but it doesn't really change because I didn't really have a set person or anything like that going into it. So no, just wanted to run the process. I know you guys get tired of hearing that, but that's the reality of it.
Well, 72 hours to go, like how much work really needs to be done yet? Do you pull everybody together still and set the final board? Is that something, are you there yet, or is that still to take place?
No.
I touched on in saying that we're at the mercy of the board, but do you anticipate the top four maybe can be a little more unpredictable, and maybe some beliefs are that you have a team at four that a lot of reporting says they can move or whatnot. Do you think that this could be kind of unpredictable on the day of the draft because of that?
Absolutely, you gotta be prepared for that. I mean, I remember, I don't know how many years ago it was. I mean, you can never predict the board. I mean, D'Angelo Russell jumped up and went 2. Nobody saw that coming. So that's why I'm a little agitated on, so much reporting, trying to find out everybody's pick, right? It's ridiculous to me. But no, I mean, you got to be prepared for anything to happen. Because if you don't, and you haven't done your work, then somebody's dropped that you haven't done your work on, then you stuck. So no, we anticipate anything happening above us. So fit with Isaiah and Sadiq and Killian and Saban and Isaiah Livers and Luka and Cade fit with those. So we're gonna get the right person. I wouldn't get hung up on what fits with this person or what skill set. No, we're going to bring the right person in the building.
What's the percentage of, you say, of individual workout? How important is that as opposed to what you've seen on tape from college players or whatever? See their body of work as opposed to you just working.
He might be mystery and he has all the upside. What are your thoughts generally on like when people use the word upside for players coming into the league, whether age is involved or lack of kind of film or things like that?
Yeah, I mean, to me, upside is growth mindset. I don't prescribe to the guys at 23-year-old that he can't grow and doesn't have upside. Or there's some guys that are 19, 18 that limit themselves. I've seen a couple players, young players, I said, it's going to be a while because he just doesn't get it. So it's just mental aspect of it, how a player approaches things and where he's been, how he's been coached, and what's been untapped. So it's a whole process of trying to uncover and untap um, guys being able to grow. But age to me has no.
This part.
No. Probably getting to know the prospects, getting to know them. Everyone has a story, and I like getting to know all the prospect stories because that usually that's very interesting, and it usually is a good um, barometer um, for who that playing person will be going if you just getting to know them. So that's probably the most exciting, interesting part of the process.
If I recall, last year with COVID, I don't know if you guys were able to do like group stuff. This year, COVID's a little more relaxed. Does that help the process at all, seeing guys work out amongst each other and having competition?
Somewhat, yeah, yeah. I mean, um, it's always good to see live competition. So, no, that helps, and being able to do more in the building, interact more, also helps as well. So, no, uh, we've welcomed it, and it's been good for us.
Has your draft philosophy shifted at all since you took this job? This is your third draft, and this would be, I believe, your fifth first-round pick. Have you been able to maybe change your preference at all and what you're looking for in the prospect that there's a core in place, or has it still stayed pretty similar to the first day you were in here?
Yeah, even more so now. Like I said, um, we're going to stay the course and try to continue to uh, live out our plan and our process. But um, being here now, you feel more. Um, I say to come in the door, we want to put a team on the floor that the city identifies with. And now being here and having the fans in there this past year, even more, you want to do that even more so. Now that getting more fans back in and the interaction. So no, I mean, definitely want to stay on track with that.
You said before you'd received lots of calls at various times on Jeremy Grant. Would you expect that to be the case again, leading up to the draft?
Yeah, I mean, people always call them for your best player, so yes, absolutely. We anticipate that.
Good.
You guys stay in. We're just gonna go to Zoom real quick. Jamal, did you still have a question you wanted to ask?
Yeah, hey, Brett, Jamal Collier from ESPN. You mentioned talking about one of the best guy and having Cade, and that he's kind of easy to, malleable to whatever guy on the floor. But I'm just kind of curious, after selecting a player like him, first overall, what kind of influence does had that had on your process this year going into the draft? Like, is it more than other high draft picks normally is, or has it factored in a whole lot into your decision making or thought process? Having Cade on the roster.
Well, I mean, the great thing about Cade, and we talked about him, is his versatility. So yeah, there's not a player that we're looking at that we don't see that could fit with Cade. So yeah, absolutely, his versatility lends to whoever we draft being able to fit seamlessly with him. So yeah, I mean, drafting him that's made it easier and not have to worry so much about fit. So that's pretty much how we view it.